If only you were recording the story of your life and no one was watching, if no one cared, would you? Would you rationalize then televise your life, your thoughts, your words, your deeds, so that you don't have to explain yourself to yourself and put those fears and doubts back on the shelf and deal with them later? They will deal with you later. Are you caught up in your dream? If you could, would you wake up? When the last stone has been thrown and you're left standing alone, who's left to answer to but you? What would you say if it was your heart you answer to? What would you do if this life was your dream to sleep through, or if it was your choice each day what to wake up to? If your audience was your soul, would you get a standing ovation, or would you feel a separation between your role, what you say, who you play, and what lies beneath? Who is it you're doing for, and what is it you need with more and more and more and more? Opportunity is knocking at your door, while the remnants of what make us great are washed up on the shore, and things that make a human beautiful don't have dollar signs. So is that why we cross these lines? Are you caught up in your dream? If you could, would you wake up? Do you remember there's another way? Every day you forget, you choose to stay. If life was your mirror, would you care for the person who is looking in? Or are you focused on the reflection? What is my reception? Where's the next rejection? Does it matter if they know the truth? I'm getting my attention. Oh, it's fake, you say, a waste, you say. Well, my ego doesn't know the difference, and neither do they. Who are they? They don't know the real me anyway. I know it makes no sense that I agree to play a game that isn't fair, but it's fair to say, you can't blame me. It was shown to me, done to me. I was dropped into the middle of this circle, this vicious cycle, and then asked if who, what, where, when, or why kill. I say only when there's a threat to yourself. Have we become the biggest threat to ourselves? Are you caught up in your dream? If you could, would you wake up? The last strike of a pack of matches. One more chance to save yourself, but what's left of you after this? Who are you living for, and what's the right answer when all you see is that the world and your life are a disaster? Just remember that one of them's a slave and the other is its master. I'll keep going if I have to, but you can't make me want to. And if life isn't hard enough, we'll judge each other and make it harder. I'll let you dictate my life and I'll condemn yours. Instead of working together, we'll fight for our shores, lock all our doors, make excuses for wars, and all agree to pretend this is normal. This is just how it goes, and it blows, and it grows. Are you caught up in your dream? If you could, would you wake up? Would you rise above it all if it meant you would be alone, have no one to call, nowhere to call home? When you're up there and look back down on it, you don't understand it. You're not gonna stand for it. You finally want to face and to deal with those doubts and those fears, so they don't deal with you later. If it was that easy, if we were that open, and we could start this all over and stop it from unfolding, forget to fear getting old, see through the lies being told, a life you don't have to buy just because it was sold. If we could avoid all the traps and survive the collapse, and not become wild dogs only fighting for scraps, then what then, son? What would you become? Are we preparing for apocalypse? Have we ever really come to grips with ourselves and our past and our now? We walk down the same paths and ask ourselves, how did life really come to this? Look what we've done with it. Let it all go to shit. Don't stand for it. Every day you forget, you choose to stay. The pettiness, the greed, the fear of humanity has all built these systems now testing our sanity. An eye for an eye, we will all go blind in time. If we let the shame and the pain of this game tell us lies, steal our lives. We are the creators, the makers, the crafters of where we have been and what's coming after this. We can't let the few rule the many. You can't sell your soul for a penny. Give me a seed, I need something to grow. Everything high started out low. Stop distracting with drama. We have places to go.